Let us open Skype and take a call from Sam Shamoun. Maybe he can clear what's been said. Hello?
I love you, man. What's up?
Hey, my friend, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Can you clear for us, please, what I heard? Is it true, or I did not hear myself? I never heard you saying that, but somebody told me.
Hold on. Someone lied to you, said I'm supporting Hamas?
No, they said that you said you cannot side with this or that.
No. See, this is why. CPN, you wonder why I get angry and I cuss people out. I'm not patient like you. Okay. This is why I get angry with these fake Christians, these sissies. I did 4 shows answering the question, is the Jews God's chosen people? I said, no, the church is. Christians who believe in Jesus, they are the true people of God. And a Jew who believes in Jesus, he will be chosen. I said Israel has the right to exist. And Hamas is from the pit of hell.
All right.
But we do not say Israel, the nation, is the chosen people of God. Because Jesus said, they reject me, the kingdom will be taken away from them. So now, a true Israelite, according to Jesus, is one who believes in Jesus, whether Jew or Gentile. That's what I said. Yeah,
but in Israel now we have a lot of Christians, right? The Israeli Christians.
Yeah, and what I was telling them
and those are, at the same time, the Israeli today, regardless of what they believe, the Israeli is the Israeli, and we should, let us say a person who's an atheist.
Yes.
This land is for whom? What do you think?
Yeah, of course. I said Israel has the right to exist in the land, and then I said in my broadcast, if you listen, I said, okay, Muslims, give Iraq back to the Assyrians. If you're complaining that supposedly Israel came and is the occupier, give Syria back to the Christians. Give Iraq back to the Assyrians. Give Egypt back to the Coptics if you're complaining. So this is why these Christian Zionists, they killed me. They got upset when I said the church is the chosen people of God. The church. The church. But
for sure. Anyone don't accept Jesus, he is not with God anyway. Doesn't matter if he is a Jew or not, the Messiah is the only way and there is no other way.
Amen. And I said that my belief is the Jews will have to be in the land for Jesus to return. But I said that doesn't mean Zionism is pleasing to Christ. Zionism, the government, that's pleasing, because Jesus is not pro-Republican, pro-Democrat, pro-Israel. Jesus is the king of the kingdom. We need to be for his kingdom.
Isn't it Zionism is in the Bible too?
Yeah, well, the Zionism that's in the current state, you're talking about Zion. They're
not, but how we can define who is a...
They're not believers, CP. These Jews, they're not believers. So when I talk about Zionism, I'm talking about the ideology. I'm not talking about...
No, but there is a lot of Zionists. Zionism today is a party, right? Political party, all right. But there's a lot of Christian between them.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Christians, because a lot of Christians are taught the Jews are still God's chosen people. No,
No, I mean, we just agreed, me and you, that the Christians who believe in Jesus from Israel, they are chosen people of God, right?
Yeah, any Christian, Jew or Gentile, is the chosen people.
Yeah, let us focus now in the Jews alone.
No, they say, no, Israel is the chosen people of God.
Well, they are Israel because at the end of the day, the one who inherited the land is Israeli, and those are Christian Israeli. So they are. So, remember when God, he wanted to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yes.
What prevented God from destroying the city? If there's how many decent persons?
There was 10 righteous. But that wasn't the point I was making.
So can me and you agree that there is 10 righteous Christians who they are Israeli Jews, righteous Christian in Israel?
If you listen to what I'm saying, I'm not disagreeing. Listen to what I'm saying.
All right.
The believer in Jesus, he's the true Jew, whether Jew or Gentile. So it has nothing to do with what they're saying. They're saying, no, Israel, the Jews, they are God's original chosen people. I'm saying, no, now in Jesus says, if you believe in me, you are the true son of Abraham. That has nothing to do with the state, Israel. I never said Israel doesn't have a right to be there, or it's not God's plan, or we should be for the Palestinians. They're lying to you. The argument was different. Someone was.
Well, the person who I spoke to is a decent person, but maybe got you wrong, because English is their second language. Yeah.
They get emotional. Like here, this guy saying, I contradict them. See, these guys, they kill me. How D71? Can you come on my channel and watch the session, see if I contradicted myself? I told them in Romans 2:28-29, Romans 2:28-29, Matthew 21:37-45, Galatians 4:21-31, Galatians 3:26-29. Paul says the true Jew is the one who believes in Jesus. So if you're Jew or Gentile, if you believe in Jesus, you are the seed of Abraham. So the church is God's people. And I said God is not done with the Jews, because I even quoted Romans 11:28-29, where he says, for the sake of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he's not going to wipe out the Jews like he did Sodom and Gomorrah. He will not wipe them out because of his love for Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's in Romans 11:28-29. So if the liars were honest, because Christians, we are condemned if we lie and bear false witness.
Sam, what do you think about the covenant, which is in Genesis, that your land is from the Nile River to Euphrates?
Yes, okay. Now, you're talking about the covenant made with the descendants of Israel. Now, Jesus comes and says, true Jerusalem is heavenly Jerusalem, our mother, Galatians 4:26. Hebrews 12:22-24, the Jerusalem above heaven, that's the true Jerusalem, and it's going to come down. The Jerusalem on earth, now that Jesus is rejected, read it, it's not me. Jesus is rejected. In Revelation 11:8, it's called Sodom and Egypt. It says, where our Lord was crucified, Sodom and Egypt. Then Jesus says, if you go to John 4:20-24, when he says to the Samaritan, it's not in Jerusalem, nor on this mountain where you worship God, but you worship God in spirit and truth. Because Jesus says, you reject me, your house will be left desolate. So I have no problem with earthly Jerusalem belonging to the Jews. That's not the point. That wasn't the point I'm making.
Yeah, but the covenant is about earthly promise.
And then Jesus said, this earthly Jerusalem, I'm done with it. It's
but still, the land promised in the covenant with Abraham to the Jews. So we don't want to mix between the end of the time and the promise of those who believe in Jesus, where they will be in the heavenly Jerusalem.
No, that's not my point. If you're listening, CP, brother, just listen a little bit. I know you want to argue and debate. Jesus said, because you reject me, I leave your house desolate. Matthew 23:37-39, Luke 19:41-44. So the earthly Jerusalem, it's for the Jews. My point is that the New Testament says that the true Israel are those who believe in Jesus. The true Jerusalem is heavenly. Paul says, Galatians 4:21-31, if you read it, he says the Jerusalem on earth, that's Hagar. Go read it, CP. Open it.
I agree with you. But in the same time, don't we have until now Christians in Jerusalem, believe in Jesus and they accept Jesus every day?
By the way, brother, who's Howard 71? He's saying I'm back. Is this guy a dog of Satan, Muhammad?
Don't forget, don't worry about it.
Go ahead, what are you saying?
But we have now, until now, every day, and that's why many rabbis are so angry from the Christians and Christianity, because there is Jews every day in Jerusalem and the area around. They accept Jesus. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're
All right.
Jews.
So Jesus, he said, because you refuse me, I reject you. But he did not refuse those who accepted him, correct?
No, you're making a different point.
No, just wait, hold on. Just say, I listen to you. Listen to me. So, in the same time, even when Jesus said, "I reject you, I expel you from me," etc., still all his disciples, they were Jews.
And who's debating that?
Huh?
Can you repeat what?
And listen. So now, even with the decision of you Jews are rejected me, but Jesus is still. He is supported by the Jews, even at that moment when he said that.
Not support him.
Sorry?
Which Jews support him?
All the disciples.
Yes, and you're making my point, so you're confirming my point. But what
Yeah,
was
but
my
today we
point?
have disciple too. Today we have disciple, which mean new
What
convert to
is
Christ.
with earthly Jerusalem? You're not making my point. You're making another
This is
point.
not about earthly Jerusalem. This is about those people. They will not be forsaken because they believe in
Yeah, and
Jesus.
that's
So
anybody.
as long there is a Christians in Jerusalem,
Yeah.
and they are believers,
And the
the same
Christians in
the same
Palestine,
as
will they-
Sodom and Gomorrah. This is my point. The same as Sodom and Gomorrah. If there is only 10 decent people, God will not destroy it. As
So will
long
God destroy Palestine if there are 10 Christians in Palestine?
what Palestine? There's no Palestine.
If there are 10 Christians in Palestine,
There's
will
no
you destroy
Palestine. There's no Palestine. In fact, the
Okay,
existence,
we know.
the existence of Israel is the best for the Christian who they are in
But you
Palestine.
didn't answer my question now.
Yeah.
I answer yours. Answer mine.
Yeah.
Be direct. This place called Palestine. I know.
You cannot destroy something that does not exist.
Say it again.
You cannot destroy something that does not exist.
Okay, but it's called Palestine.
It's called
The
Palestine
Christians in
before
Palestine,
those
will it
people
be wiped out?
exist.
Yes or no?
This is the name of a territory, not the name of the people.
The Christians in that territory, will that territory be wiped
Well,
out? Yes. or no?
God will not destroy them because simply He destroy the Christians because they are going to be saved by the Israeli. A Palestinian Christian,
they're
if we
not
can
gonna
call
be
him,
destroyed.
listen, a Palestinian Christian will live 1,000 times better than living under Hamas. Do I agree?
Okay, yeah, I agree with that, but that's not my question.
So why God
Repeat one more
is
time,
going
I'm
to
repeating my
why God is going to destroy the Christians in Palestine
You got
if
it.
He
So
is going to
Palestine
save them?
and
No,
their
listen.
Christians there, they
So
cannot be
God will save the Christian
So
in
they
Palestine
cannot
by
be
Israel.
destroyed. That territory cannot be destroyed. Good job, CP.
No. People too. People. No,
Why God
people.
like-
But we are talking about the Christians in Palestine, if you call it Palestine.
And if there are 10
I
there, Palestine will be
I believe that Israel is going to save the Christians in Palestine, even though there's some Jews, they don't like them, they hate them. So
Israel is going to bring the Christians out of Palestine into Israel? Okay.
no, they will not bring them out.
This
They will not bring them out. This is the land of Israel. So the Israeli, because they are hypocrite today, and nobody dare to say the truth. Listen, because they don't dare to say that this is our land. You like it, you don't like it, drink from the ocean. So because we have politics, because we have politicians, nobody dare to say the truth. So Christians who live in Israel, this is not Palestine, this is Israel. So those Christians will be way more better, saved by Jesus, if they agree to live under the Israeli. And I met many Christians from that land, and I spoke to them, and they told me, even Hamas, even Gaza, they wish to get a passport of Israel. Everybody say that, They told me life there is way better, and we cannot compare between how the Israeli treat the government, treat the Christians, even though you call the Arab, and how the Arab treat Arab, or how the Palestinian treat Palestinian, or how the Saudi treat Egyptian. So for the Christians who they are part of so-called Palestine, and those are the original people, by the way, not Hamas, not those Muslims. Muslims they came as an invasion. The Christians they are the original people who used to live side by side with the Jews. The rest are not. So the rest don't even have a right to stay. However, the Christians within Israel are 1 billion times better than being under Hamas or Islamic State.
Of course. Knows who's making that argument.
All right. So this is why when you said to me, is God going to protect Palestine for 10 Christians there? Palestine never exists to be destroyed or not.
Yeah. Now, CP.
The Christians there.
Your argument. Let me remind you what your argument is. If there are 10 righteous in Israel, will God destroy it? No. But now, because you said politics and they're cowards, this territory that they call Palestine, I know it's Israel. There was no Palestine. Okay. That's not my point. I'm talking about today they call it Palestine. Now, your logic, if there are 10 Christians in that territory, it won't be destroyed either. I'm just using your argument against you. That's it.
Yeah.
So you're making my case.
All right. Well, for me, I believe that's the land of the end of the day. If I'm a person who live in that territory and I'm a Christian Palestinian, I will support Israel. And I will never support Muslim state because all of us, we knew what the Muslim did through history.
They're great people. They're going to enslave them. I know that.
We know the Pact of Umar, right?
Yeah.
We know what happened. We know what they did. and we know that we cannot even compare. Now, there is in Israel, there's a huge number of people who support homosexuality. We know that, but this is the case in everywhere in the world today. Everything is awkward, everything is backward. So still, as long there is, you know, the promise of God, that as long there is still righteous. That's why we say when fake priests speak about Judgment Day is soon, to do tomorrow, we say this is false, because first of all, nobody knows when. Same time, God, He made it clear that as long still there is righteous, and those are the one who follow the Lord, that hour will not come for the penalty, the penalty day. You know, not just the Lord will come; He might come anytime.
Yep.
But for us as a Christians, we should support what is right and go against. Like how many times I made videos, and you made videos against the scumbag Tawiva Singer.
Yeah, that bastard. Yeah.
Yeah, well, but why we do? He's a Jew, right? But he is a false Jew. Why? Because if he is a true Jew, he will not lie to his people praising Muhammad who killed the Jews. At least, if being honest, you don't believe in Jesus, at least say, I don't believe in Jesus, I don't believe in Muhammad too. But the coward, he don't dare to say so, for he's a fraud. So we know that there's many fraud between them, but in the same time, there's many rabbis, hundreds and thousands of rabbis, who become Christians preaching the gospel as we speak right now in Jerusalem. So those are the seeds of Israel, who they are going to bring Israel back to Jesus again. And we pray that all of Israel, sooner or later, will follow Jesus and they will be saved. We don't want only few, we want all of them.
Exactly. That was the heart of Paul. And one thing I didn't call in for this one, but because they were lying about me, I mentioned the passage the guy tried to quote against you. This again, see, this is why a lot of Christians, they're dangerous. They think they're doing good. They're adding division. Like here, people here, oh yeah, I'm with Sam Shamoun, I'm with CP. No, you're not with me, nor with CP. You be with Jesus. We're not here attacking each other. This guy who quoted to you Matthew 26, 50, 54, this guy's got to be, I'm sorry, CP, I'm not as patient as you. Pray for me. You're older, more mature than me. Maybe you're older. Maybe I'm older. I don't know. The dummy, when he says, Jesus said, put your sword. If you read CP, it proves your point. Here, let me, and you answered it beautifully, but I just want to add this point. This is why he killed me. When he quoted Matthew 26, 50, 54, and we know from John 18, it was Peter. Peter took the sword. But notice what he said, CP. He said, put your sword back in its place. He didn't say get rid of it. Yeah. You see how stupid the guy is? He didn't say get rid of it. So my question to him, CP, is two. Number one, what were they doing with a sword to begin with? And number two, why did Jesus say put it in its place? Why didn't he say get rid of it? I
have answer for that. He make hummus.
See, they got it, yeah. And on top of that, you were right. When Jesus said, go buy a sword, CP, Luke 22:38, when they said, we have two, he said, that's sufficient. When he said, that is enough, in Luke 22:38, it means that is sufficient. You have what you need to protect yourself. So the very passage the guy quoted, Jesus didn't say, hey, get rid of your sword. He said, put it back in its place. But hold on, Jesus. Why didn't you tell him get rid of it? Because like you said, Jesus allows us to defend ourselves. What Jesus was saying is, we're not like Muslims, where if someone doesn't accept Jesus, we kill him. Yeah. Because Peter was trying to stop Jesus from fulfilling prophecy. He says that. He goes, I don't need you. I can bring angels. And if you live by the sword, your life is by the sword, you're going to die by the sword. Ask the jihadis. So I just wanted to make that comment. But CP, anyone who tells you that I support, for example, Islam or Hamas, they are lying. That was not my point. Yeah,
I think the person misunderstood because it's a decent person.
You say you know him, so I'll trust you that he meant well.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Thank you. So I apologize if I was really upset when I heard this.
No, come ask me, man. But anyway, I love you, but I'm better looking than you. I just want you to know that.
All right.
Okay, God bless.
Take care. Bye-bye.